Let me talk to the man who's mad at God right now. You trusted him. You prayed for your marriage. You stayed faithful and boom, she cheated. Now you're sitting in the silence, wondering where was God when all of this fell apart. Betrayal breaks more than your heart. It breaks your faith. You begin asking questions that you had never thought you would ask. Why did God let this happen? Was I not good enough? What's the point of believing if I still get crushed? And here's what makes it worse. The world tells you to just move on. Church folks will say, forgive and forget. But no one's helping you hold the weight of the betrayal and the spiritual confusion. You show up for your wife. You were loyal and now you're bleeding alone. And it feels like God has ghosted you. I know that feeling all too well, my friend. I know that feeling. I felt like God ghosted me. Now, before my wife's betrayal, I was in church every time the doors opened. Every Bible study, every service. I show up an hour early. I left an hour late. I was what you call one of those faithful members. And so when this betrayal happened, I felt like God hit me I just felt like God just hit me from the backside. Boom. Because you knew this was coming and you did not give me no warning signs. I was so upset at God. I even remember when my wife left to be with the man, and around one morning, around 2 a.m., my children were asleep, and I was just in my closet crying, saying, God, why? God, why? Why would you do this to me? Why would you do this to me? Thinking that this is God. But I failed to realize that God has given every man their own free will. So this wasn't an act of God. However, the pain, what I do next, God has given me the strength because his word says that he will not give more on you than you can bear. So I can bear this pain. You can bear this pain. However, when we're in the midst of it, it feels like a black, dark tunnel and there's no light around. However, my friend, there's plenty light around. God is holding you. He is right there alongside with you. And when I started journaling, I started speaking to God, not in a religious way, in a more personal relationship way. See, one of the issues I had was I went to church so much that I started doing religion, thinking that religion was the answer. No, my friend, religion got me further and further and further away from God. It wasn't until I started building this personal relationship, when I started getting into a quiet place, started journaling, started talking directly to God, not in some spiritual fashion, but no, I come to God and I just talk to him like a very human being. Hey, God, I am hurting. Hey, God, what do I do in this situation? That's when that relationship started to blossom. And I started seeing God carry me through the midst of my pain. Right now, where you at, my friend, you need that same exact thing. You need God to carry you in the midst of your pain. I want you to understand, my friend, God didn't abandon you. This betrayal didn't catch him off guard. Psalms 34:18 says that the Lord is near to the brokenhearted and save those that are crushed in spirit. And James also says, count it all joy when you're faced with trials, because the testing of your faith produce perseverance, my friend. This didn't happen to you. It's happening through you, my friend. Understand and know God didn't make her cheat. That was her choice. But what the enemy tries to use to break you, my friend, understand God can use it to build the best version of yourself. Understand right now, if you are mad at God, I want you to talk to him. As I said earlier, not in some religion way. Yell if you have to, cry if you need to, but open your mouth. Stop trying to man up and carry this pain alone. You're not weak for being hurt. You're strong for not letting it define you. Pick up your Bible, not to impress, but to find yourself again. Start in the Psalms. David was a man of war, but he still wept in front of God. You want to rebuild your life. Start with your soul, my friend. It will be the best decision you make. I guarantee it. As I said earlier, I came from church. I came from that, going each and every week. I'm not saying go to church. I'm saying develop a relationship with God, because there is a difference between going to church and having a relationship with God. In your personal relationship with God, that is where your victory is. That's where your victory is. Begin opening your mouth, because as you remain silent, my friend, you are in prison to this betrayal. But as the more you open your mouth, the more you call on God, your healing begins, my friend. Understand, that's where your healing at. That's where you start being able to walk through this pain. My friend, I am here with you. If you need a roadmap, a voice, a brother who's been there, understand that I built this channel, Man Unbreakable, for you. Hit the subscribe button right now and turn on notifications. I drop videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday to help you heal from this betrayal. However, if you're ready to take the next step, I have a course for you called How to Make Her Regret Cheating Without Saying a Word. Head over to manunbreakable.com to get your hands on this course. Not because you need revenge, but because you're ready to rise, my friend. Until then, keep showing up. Keep choosing you, because you are unbreakable. I will see you in the next video.